What's the biggest red flag when meeting new people? They don't listen to what you say and respond accordingly. They only wait for you to stop talking so they can talk about whatever they want to talk about. I know people that don't even wait for me to stop. Now imagine those people being your best buds. Belittling their so in front of people, but insisting it's a joke every time. Sadly, in this situation I used to be the belittled so. I briefly had a friend like this. We all went out for drinks one night, and she relentlessly castrated her fiancé while he just sat there like a kicked dog. Meanwhile, she outed my gay buddy to people we didn't even know that well. She thought the whole scene was just hysterical. Toxic bitch right there. My uncle does this to my aunt constantly. Every time they had a family dinner he would insult her and make fun of her. Meanwhile she cooked a huge dinner for everyone. I had to stop going over there because their marriage is so bad and they refuse to divorce. My ex-husband used to complain to his mates while I was present that I never gave him BJS. I wasn't very experienced when we first got together. And in private, whenever I tried he'd condescendingly tell me I didn't do it good enough, so I should just stop. Not the complete reason as an ex, but it helped end things. Usually when people speak of having a lot of people in their life, that somehow turned on them, and now they don't speak anymore. And X200B. I remember one old coworker would become super fast friends with someone, then within weeks we don't really talk anymore once, ill except, hell even twice, but when it's 4 to 5 times over, guess what? It's not everyone else. Subtle signs that they aren't remotely interested in you, and the only way you two are together is maybe because an obligation/favor. People change their tune often when they have to conceal their feelings of disdain for someone. What kind of signs would you list as examples? On their phone a lot, ignoring what you say, pretending to be busy with something else. Personally, it's pretty obvious when people are just faking being busy. When you barely know them, and they act like your best friend, then later ask to borrow money. Yikes. How to tell who is a leecher in minutes. It's September 2nd and all the dyslexic people successfully raided Area 15. What did they find? Area 15 is where all the good scientists' hillbilly cousins rig up their monster trucks with half-assed leftover alien technology. I would watch that show. That would be a great show. Imagine watching some redneck try to swap a 10 megawatt nuclear reactor motor into a Ford F-150. Neil Armstrong. Plot twist, that's where the aliens were all along. They were so excited at what they found they posted about it on every social media and news site, but none of them could spell aliens properly, so everyone just thought they found a heap of Allens. Some dude named Alan. A broken McDonald's ice cream machine. Sniller. What's the nicest way to tell someone to F off? Govern yourself accordingly. Hey, this is the lawyer's thingy, isn't it? I read that legal advice thread as well. I like, have the day you deserve. I'll take that into consideration. Thank you. Backquote, I shall deal with the matter momentarily, he said. It was a good word. It always made people hesitate. They were never quite sure whether he meant he'd deal with it now or just deal with it briefly. And no one ever dared ask. Guards. Terry Pratchett. If God exists, I hope he speaks like Terry Pratchett writes. As per my last email. Also a nice way of saying bitch. Can you read? Among the UK middle classes, being slightly over polite is a good fuck off. For example, backquote, it was so lovely to see you again in the right tone does wonders. And I'm so glad we bumped into each other with the emphasis on the so. Damn. I thought they were actually happy to see me. Reminds me of the Shakespeare line, I do desire we may be better strangers. Another great British way to tell someone to fuck off. You're teleported to an alternate universe where all brands are one letter off. What brands do you find? Netflix. How is this not a porn site already? Actually it might be, but I don't want to check. It exists. Burger King. Gives the Whopper a whole new meaning. In nut. This is best. Come and go. Mountain Dew. I can't believe it's pot butter. I'm registering that right now. I can't believe it's nut butter. Semen 11. McDonald's employees of Reddit, what happened to the ice cream machine? Former McDonald's employee, it's either down for cleaning, it takes hours, it's overheated, happens a lot during the summer, when it gets used too much, or lastly, it's genuinely broken, happens from time to time. I just want to know how the cleaning takes hours. I work someplace with a machine, and it takes about half an hour to take down and put back up. The machine is rarely broken down. McDonald's has a regular cleaning schedule for it, and the cleaning takes a long time. What's the nicest way to ask a toddler to leave you alone? Go find your mom/dad. I use this. My wife hates it. Well, maybe it would work better if you said it to a kid. Send them on pointless tasks. Find the biggest pebble. Help me organize these straws. Ball up some construction paper and ask them to make it flat. I don't have kids. This is just stuff I ask my friends' kids to do. This is probably how searching for a lucky 4-leaf clover become widespread these days. Do this menial task, but stay where I can see you. Back in the days, go into the fucking woods and find a specific rare plant. Don't come back until you got it. We keep a hairbrush on our night table. Want me to brush your hair? Poof, has gone. I'm in timeout/grounded. I can't play. Wouldn't work. They just ask why over and over again. Then you say why, go fuck yourself. Begone tot. In Argentina we tell them to go to X place, usually around the corner, to see if it's raining. Pick him up, slowly raise him above your head, then throw him as far away as you can. Which psychological tricks should everyone know about? Get people to contribute to an idea and they will be more likely to accept it. Studies show that it doesn't take that much involvement in the creative process to get people to take possession of a proposed plan. If someone has a panic attack, start breathing really regularly and loudly. Even if it's really obvious, that person is panicking and probably won't notice, but they will start breathing in tempo with you. It's something nurses do with patients in R&D when they can't get themselves together. That's some midsummer shit. Sometimes pretending that you are naive gets you more information. What do you mean by that? If someone is trying to make you decide in a hurry, they are probably giving you a bad deal. Walk away. Every single professional landlord ever for some reason is going on vacation the day after I meet them. Or the car salesman who has someone coming later today to look at the last one you're interested in. I used to be a landlord and this was my first thought. This makes good sense in a lot of situations, including parenting. I've often said, under pressure, if you need an answer right now, it's no, but maybe you can give me some time to think about it. That is one that everyone should remember. Wish I had someone tell me this when I bought my business. I was looking around to buy an existing business recently, but the ones within my budget all just seemed a bit like someone was trying to sell their problems. I started from scratch instead, and now all the problems I have are the ones I created. Tried and true. Looking straight ahead while walking in a crowd usually makes people move out of your way. Redditors with thin walls, what have you heard in your apartment? I can hear when my neighbors vacuum. Our building tends to vacuum together as a result. I hear my upstairs neighbor and go, oh hey, I should vacuum, haven't done that in a while, and it's already noisy. Then my downstairs neighbor and my left hand neighbor start vacuuming. It's kinda hilarious. My right hand neighbor doesn't vacuum with us, but does sing opera while doing dishes. Do you ever run into your neighbors in the hall and be like, good vacuuming yesterday, huh? A good suck in with the boys, huh? Yeah girl, you know you want this dick. My college roommate. 3 kids later it's apparent she did, in fact, want it. After the 3rd kid, I'm surprised you didn't want some too. Clearly the dick was fire. Edit. Thank you for the silver, kind stranger. My upstairs neighbors taking turns zapping each other with a stun gun, hitting the floor, groaning in pain, and then laughing like Beavis and Butthead. I'm pretty sure I'd like your upstairs neighbors. I'd totally let myself be taste at least once. Judging by the sounds from upstairs, yeah, I'd have to allow it way more than once to roll with their crew. This is a special breed of dumb. I like to think I'm smart, but I totally do that. I've heard and felt the neighbors upstairs having sex, and apparently they like to rearrange the furniture at least twice a week. My upstairs neighbors used to do the furniture moving thing. We both had studio apartments, and it was a huge mystery to me how they could move what sounded like a warehouse full of furniture for an hour in such a tiny place.